Hiya there, I'm going to show you how to play the 4 chords from No Woman No Cry: C, G, A minor and F. Now to play C, what we do is we take our third finger and we put it on the 3rd fret of the A string. Our second finger goes on the 2nd fret of the D string, and our first finger goes on the 1st fret of the B string. And we play all of the strings from the A string down, all those 5 strings there, and that gives us C. Sometimes when I play C, I like to put my little finger on the 3rd fret of the top E string, just to give it a bit of a ring. And the next chord in the song is G. Now to play G, we take our 2nd finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the bottom E string. Our 1st finger goes on the 2nd fret of the A string, and our little finger, our 4th finger, goes on the 3rd fret of the top E string. And we can play all of the 6 strings there to play G. So that note there, that's G. And that note there is G as well, that's an octave higher. And the note that you're playing there, that's B. So that's the chord of G. You can also play G just playing these 4 strings here, starting on the D string, and you press down on the 3rd fret of the top E string, and if you just play those 4 strings there, that is the chord of G. Now the 3rd chord in the song is A minor. And to play A minor, we take our 2nd finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the D string. Now our 1st finger goes on the 1st fret of the B string, and our 3rd finger goes on the 2nd fret of the G string. And we play all the 5 strings there, starting from the A string, going down, and that's A minor. Sometimes as well I like to put my little finger on the 3rd fret of the E string there as well for A minor. And the final chord in the sequence is F. Now to play F, there's different ways we can do it. We can play it this way. What I like to do here is put my thumb on the 1st fret of the bottom E string, but if you're struggling to stretch that over at the moment, don't worry for now, because what's important are these 5 strings here. Now to play that, what we're doing is we take our 3rd finger and we put it on the 3rd fret of the A string. Our little finger goes on the 3rd fret of the D string. Our middle finger goes on the 2nd fret of the G string, and our 1st finger goes on the 1st frets of the B string and the E string. And that's F. And if you can stretch that thumb over, you can play it like that, or you could play it as a bar chord by taking your 1st finger, walloping it on the 1st fret of all of the strings, and you have to press really hard to do this. And then your 2nd finger goes on the 2nd fret of the G string, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, and then your 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, so you have F when you bar that down. You can also play F major 7, which is this chord here, and that involves just playing these 4 strings here. Now to play F major 7, what I'm doing there is I'm putting my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and my 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string. And sometimes I can put my little finger on the 3rd fret of the top E string. And those are the chords for No Woman No Cry. I also wanted to add that when you're playing the F bar chord, you may notice that that shape there that you're playing is the same shape as E major here. So you're just sliding E major up, just using slightly different fingering to play the chord F. And then you can also take that shape and play it all the way up the neck for different chords. So that would be F, that would be F sharp, to G, G sharp, A, B flat, B, right up to C. Thanks for watching, goodbye.